Field tunnel. They're set. We're set as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The tackle made by John.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Back at the 20-yard line.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
With it is Jackson. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
The Steelers' 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The Eagle ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Wentz now to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Score Eagles 10, Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, Mariota. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Good trap.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He had a little bit of with the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made by Derek.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 52 yards.
First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that line?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Take over first.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. 3rd down here.
And 8 yards to go.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 20 seconds to go. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
4-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles in their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Mika Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick 6 for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wentz now on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes
it's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Laviska Shenault. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive,
and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from early.
And this is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz They'll roll him out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
It's third down and goal.
Wentz now on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
Eagles.
They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Deontay Johnson.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Mariota. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Laviska Shenault. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Steelers 27.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On first down, Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42.
DeAndre Hopkins.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And that's complete to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
First down, Eagles.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
And 7.
Eluding the pressure right. Connection made with Chenault. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And hitting Juju on the slant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Flushed out right. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down.
Play action. Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 55.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third and 2 more. Here's Freeman. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown. Philadelphia.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry